Hey guys, I got a lot of questions about my sharpening utensils. At home I have, I guess, pretty much what everybody else does. A few water stones, a few regular sharpening stones that work with oil or water, depending on how you want to use them. A couple of ceramic stones, a few small diamond sharpening stones, not very good I might add, and a lot of sandpaper. Now, I prefer using sandpaper over buying expensive water stones. The smallest grit water stone I have is a 800 grit King. It's very soft and I got it as a present from a friend. If you decide to go lower grits than that, like 160 or for removing a lot of material, you are going to pay a lot of money. Something that you could do easily with sandpaper. Low grit sandpaper costs you very little money. And after you use it, you can throw it away or do what I do. I use those pieces whenever I whittle something in the woods, a spoon, a bowl, a cup, something, and just need to take out the rough edges. That's my philosophy on it. I think I have a few sharpening videos, but I like to keep it as inexpensive as possible. I also have a small sharpening kit for the woods. This is a small Maxpedition pouch. I do not know what the model is. I just had this and I said, I'm going to make a fire kit out of it. It never got to be a fire kit. It got to be a sharpening kit instead. And there's room to spare, so I could also make this into a small fire kit, sharpening kit. But I like to maintain my edges sharp in the woods. Not because I would need to. If you go out for a day or two, you will find that your knife or hatchet will probably be sharp when you come home, unless you use it a lot or scrape it against rocks. And you don't really need something to sharpen. I think a small diamond stone would suffice. I also use this for whenever I go out with people and they work with a knife of mine, say, wow, that's really sharp, could you sharpen mine? So I do my best, but this is not really a sharpening kit. It's more for maintaining a sharp edge. When somebody gives me a knife that's really, really blunt, I can't do much about it. But if a knife does cut stuff, including skin, I could get it to razor sharp with this. No biggie. So this is what I have in here. I've been using this for, I guess, 2 years. I put a lot of stuff into it initially. And as I kept using the stuff that I had in here, I said, well, I don't need this, I don't need this, I could need that. So this is what it came down to. The latest edition in here is instead of an Easy Lap. Easy Lap makes a great small diamond stone. It is one of the best cutting diamond stones that I've had. Had it for about 3.5, 4 years, and I've used it so much, I've used it up. Much better than the diamond stone on the DC4. And that is the first thing I have in here, the DC4. I've had this, I don't know, I have a clip on YouTube about the stone when I got it. And I was dealing with a Falcon Even customer service, which is great, by the way. Now, I've seen a few DC4 stones, and they were all pretty rough. This one is very, very smooth. I've used the same Easy Lap to flatten and smoothen this one out. And I don't know if you can see it. If I could catch the light reflecting, it is very, very smooth. There you go. So it does an excellent job when it comes to just removing very little material and aligning the edge. Luckily, I would say, not unfortunately, luckily, the diamond side detached, they are known for this problem. You could glue this back together, of course. I choose not to. I will clean up this glue. I've been saying that for months now. But I also use the diamond side to clean up the ceramic side, preferably under water, so it doesn't get all gunked up. but you can do it like this as well. The diamond side on the DC4 is not very rough anymore. It's very smooth, doesn't cut metal as well. It's still good for maintaining a sharp spine on your knife so you can strike a ferro rod. And I like the DC4. It's not the best stone, ceramic diamond stone you could buy, but it does a good enough job for me. Now the second thing I have in here is a small strop. And I've just used this strop to get my hatchet back to, well, shaving. Not easily shaving sharp like a knife, but shaving sharp. I have this strop from Tito over at Naturliebe. It was a gift, and it happened to fit inside this small pouch. I keep it with the compound side on the sheath of the DC4 stone. In here I have two other things. Number one, the CKC hone. I got this as a gift from Kylie Harris. It is a great sharpening tool. I really like it. Some people don't, I guess. I love it. It's very, very smooth, and I use it especially for my big knives, where I hold the blade still and just swipe this across the edge. It aligns the edges and it works. I think I've shown this in one of my Essie Homeless videos. I also made this small handle out of paracord and super glue for when I use it with smaller knives, because then I actually cut into the rod and I don't want to risk cutting myself, although I'm pretty careful most of the time. You know, better safe than sorry. It works great. I don't know if Kylie still makes them. A lot of people have been asking me about them. You will just have to contact Kylie for that, or check Gear Bastion. And the last thing, actually, I have in here is, instead of the Easy Lap Diamond Stone, I got this in a trade. This is a sharpening pencil, I guess you would call it. I don't know for sure. I was always curious about these things, and I never gave them much thought until I got this one. And I said, well, you know, it works. You take the diamond rod out of the handle, reverse it, and then you screw it in here as tightly as you can. This one has a flat side, a rounded side, and a groove here for sharpening fish hooks, I guess. Does an excellent job on serrations. I don't have that many serrated blades, mainly on my multi-tools, and I found out that I don't really use them. When I do, I prefer a toothy edge. For plastic materials, you know, Cordura belts and stuff like that, it really grabs and you can go through it in a motion. Of course you can do that with a plain edge, sometimes much better, but playing with serrated edges is also fun. Didn't use the flat side. I mainly used the rounded side. Also used it on my ZT-0350. I keep that as a dirt knife. Very steep edge on it, and I keep that in my car actually. It does an excellent job for just cutting through dirty stuff where you don't want to worry about the edge. I keep a toothy edge on that one as well, and I use this one. I use the corner. You know, if you use a corner, it will take less pressure to remove more material, and I just did that yesterday actually. So this is it. This is my on-the-go sharpening kit. It is not a must. I mean, I've been carrying just the DC4 for a long time. In my Maxpedition, whenever I don't take a lot of bushcraft stuff with me, I will take the DC4 out and put it in the front pocket. It does a good enough job for me. And like I said, everything fits in here very neatly. I like having small pouch kits like this because it helps me keep things organized. Everybody who goes out in the woods knows if you don't have a system, you will be, whenever you come home, you know, you leave home, you have a very well organized pack. You come home, it's a mess, you know, because you just put stuff back in, you're on a rush or something. Having small pouches like this really helps me keep stuff organized. So, and not forget anything at home and not lose anything in the woods. I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe you got an idea out of this. If you have something like this, or if you just get by with some sort of ceramic stone or diamond stone, I would really be interested. I'm always interested in this sort of stuff. So if you have a video on it, or if you have something and just like to post it in the comment section, I would be really grateful for that. I'd like to thank you for watching, and as always guys, I wish you all a great day.